Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, Courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
Good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending with reactions trailing the petition filed by a spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress, FESTUS KEYAMO, to the Department of State Services over inciting comments said to be made by the candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed. KEYAMO in the petition stated that while Peter Obi and Datti Baba Ahmed would claim to be exercising their freedom of speech, their post-election comments are capable of causing an insurrection against the Nigerian government and the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. KEYAMO referred to a statement by Datti Baba Ahmed in a television interview on Wednesday that if Tinubu is sworn in on May 29th, it will signal the end of democracy, and accused Datti of posing as accuser, judge, and jury by declaring a duly elected president-elect as unconstitutional. Well, KEYAMO also alleged that the Labour Party flag bearers are running a syndicate mandated to pushing inciting messages to cause social unrest, and asked the DSS to arrest, interrogate, and investigate the LP flag bearers and charge them to court for their conduct, which amounts to incitement and treasonable felony. Well, let's take some reactions. This is from Theophilus, who wrote, "Contempt of court? FESTUS KEYAMO did not charge El-Rufai to court for dragging the president to court over an item on the exclusive legislative list. He is asking DSS to infringe on people who are peacefully in court on a constitutional matter. Enough of APC rascality." Well, Realist wrote, "Someone needs to call them to order, especially Datti. He's been uncouth and unguarded in his utterances, as if this nation is not guarded by law and order. If you have any grievance against the state, go to court instead of castigating individuals on TV." Well, Lindaikeji wrote, "KEYAMO did not petition DSS to arrest MC Oluomo, Fani Kayode, Bayo Ononuga, and Oba Elegushi for their inciting comments and actions, but is fruitlessly asking that Peter Obi and Datti to be arrested for exercising their fundamental human rights. Chai, we actually overrated him." Well, Harry pulled up an old video where FESTUS KEYAMO accused former President Olusegun Obasanjo for imposing an unfit president on Nigeria with the caption, "Is this you insulting a president who reined you in, lawyer SAN Co." Let's take a listen.
What is going on has nothing to do with the Nigerian people, and I think we should be less bothered about what is going on. First of all, Obasanjo should have apologized to Nigerians in the first place for even imposing this contraption we have. Without Obasanjo's idiosyncrasies, we will not have this type of government in place. The man was living in a hurry. He imposed two clearly inefficient people on Nigeria, and the thing is coming back to haunt him. So why should we be concerned about the wailings of Obasanjo when what is happening to him is purely the backfiring of a machine he put on the ground? Why should we be concerned? Obasanjo's own voice, his own machine he put on the ground, is now turning back against him. And then we are concerned, we are all concerned. No, Obasanjo should have first of all apologized to Nigerians. Before writing a letter to Jonathan, he should have written a letter to Nigerians saying, "I am sorry for getting to you where we are today." He's not behaving as if he's the victim, writing that letter, he's one of us. He's not one of us. He's the architect of this problem. He was the one that imposed somebody with half liver and half brain on us. Somebody will have liver, somebody will have brain imposing on us, and that's where we have the problem we are today. And then he's not lamenting and writing letter. He should lament for himself, not lament to us. Thank you. He should feel sorry.
Dr. Abatti, what can I say? The internet will not forget. I mean, this is KEYAMO insulting the president at the time. I mean, what is he saying here?
So guys, in case you don't know, in the petition filed by Mr. Peterobi, Mr. Peterobi is asking the court to reconsider if Tinubu was even qualified to have participated as a presidential candidate in the just concluded election. And also in that petition, Mr. Peterobi has mentioned the drug case that Tinubu was indicted in America, meaning that we might even end up seeing some, international personalities coming to testify against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in this court suit. I tell you, some of the things that Mr. Peterobi is asking the court to grant him are very strong. They are very heavy points that, is causing an uproar in the camp of the APC. And that is why they are resorting to all these acts of intimidation. Some of the things we have seen of recent is just acts of intimidation. They are coming out to call out Peterobi so that people will see him to be a bad person.
Bayo Ononuga and Oba Elegushi for their inciting comments and actions, but is fruitlessly asking that Peterobi and Datti to be arrested for exercising their fundamental human rights. We actually overrated him. Well, Harry pulled up an old video where Festus Keyamo accused former President Olusegun Obasanjo for imposing an unfit president on Nigeria with the caption, "Is this you insulting a president who reined you in?" Lawyer SAN Co. Let's take a listen.
What is going on has nothing to do with the Nigerian people, and I think we should be less bothered about what is going on. First of all, Obasanjo should have apologized to Nigerians in the first place for even imposing this contraption we have. Without Obasanjo's idiosyncrasies, we will not have this type of government in place. The man was living in a hurry. He imposed two clearly inefficient people on Nigeria. And the thing is coming back to haunt him. So why should we be concerned about the wailings of Obasanjo when what is happening to him is purely the backfiring of a machine he put on the ground? Why should we be concerned? Obasanjo's own voice, his own machine he put on the ground, is now turning back against him. And then we are concerned, we are all concerned. No. Obasanjo should have first of all apologized to Nigerians. Before writing a letter to Jonathan, he should have written a letter to Nigerians saying, "I am sorry for getting to you where we are today." He's not behaving as if he's the victim. Writing that letter, he's one of us. He's not one of us. He's the architect of this problem. He was the one that imposed somebody with half liver and half brain on us. Somebody will have liver, somebody will have brain imposing on us, and that's where we have the problem we are today. And then he's not lamenting and writing letter. He should lament for himself, not lament for us.
Thank you.
He should feel sorry.
Dr. Abatti, what can I say? The internet will not forget. I mean, this is Keyamo insulting the president at the time. I mean, what is he saying here?
Well, okay, look, the point remains this. We should refrain from heating up the politics. As politicians, as stakeholders, the election is over. The matter has gone to the election petition tribunal. Festus Keyamo, we have made a point, is Minister of State for Labor. He has an assignment. Now that the election is over, can he focus on his primary assignment as a Minister of the Federal Republic and leave the fight to Mr. Bayo Ononuga, Femi Mfanekaude? There are more than enough people on the APC side that can do this work. And then, of course, what you are pointing out with that video is double standards, is hypocrisy. Many people have said, okay, if Keyamo is so concerned about public welfare, why did he not complain about MC Oluomo and his Yashukudi? Why did he not complain about the people going around in Lagos State saying that, look, anybody who will not vote for APC in Lagos State should leave town or face the consequences? Those persons, they pose major threat, to public peace. So it's not just one person saying one thing or the other, and then you focus on that person. And I had made a point earlier that Mr. Peterobi has made it clear again and again that he doesn't belong to the #end INEC group. He does not belong to #end democracy group. That his objective is to employ legal and constitutional means, which he and his party have done, to just prove the point that the election of February 25 was not properly conducted according to the law. The law gives him the room to do that. I don't see how that amounts to treasonable felony. But in the case of Dati Ahmed, yes, he said that if Bola Tinubu is sworn in on May 29, it could signal the end of democracy. Maybe that's what Keyamo is latching on to say, he's inciting people.
But how is that inciting? He's expressing his thought, freedom of speech, the same way he did in the other
that's the position of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council.
Exactly.
To say that there's nothing that Dati Ahmed has said that is beyond the boundaries of the freedom of expression,
right?
Which is guaranteed under Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution. But the matter having been taken to the tribunal, whoever wants to expend energy should go to the tribunal and provide evidence.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And show that there was no substantial compliance on February 25. That is what is important. No. And all the grounds that have been given, as I said on this program before, many things will come up in the interpretation of Section 131, in the interpretation of Section 134, in the interpretation of Section 376, and whether or not the 460,000 naira in the Northern District of Illinois can apply in relation to the 10-year rule.
Absolutely.
Which is which even exists in the American jurisdiction under Rule 609. So these are some of the things that would that will come up, but nobody should hit up the polity. And in any case, the DSS is not going to take directives from the Minister of State for Labor, even if he says he's speaking in his personal capacity.
Right. I mean, you're talking about hitting up the polity. He was on Channels Television yesterday. In an interview I watched, he said now that the Labour Party is coming out with all this propaganda, he's going to match them propaganda to propaganda. I mean, isn't that hitting up the polity, Rufai? I mean, I don't understand, but let me just continue. Keyamo's petition is coming as the Director of Media and Publicity for the APC-PCC, Bayo Onanuga, in a statement, denied reports circulating on social media that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, is in London to meet with President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu in order to curry favor of the judiciary as his opponents battle to nullify his mandate in court. On Thursday, a picture of Ariwola surfaced online showing the CJN holding a stack of Nigerian passport booklets at the airport, sitting on a wheelchair. Well, before long, news began circulating that the CJN was traveling to hold the secret meeting with Tinubu, who is said to be currently out of the country on vacation and for lesser Hajj. Rufai, I don't know if you saw that picture. I hope I saw the pictures. I saw the picture circulating, and it still goes back to the narrative of Kulu temper, like I said this morning. Yes, a lot of people, are looking, and that's why I say it behoves on the judiciary to uphold justice in this country, because at this point in time, a lot is going on, and people are looking at the judiciary as the last hope of the common man. When I saw that story, it made the rounds. I think it was People's Gazette that broke that story, then a couple of other sites picked it up. And I saw the reaction of the APC saying that actually Bola Tinubu is in Paris, is not in the UK and all of that. It just goes back and forth and reminds me of what happened in 2019. History repeats itself a lot in this country. That was how they talked about a purported visit by Walter Onoge then, to Dubai to see Atiku Abubakar. Walter Onoge came out to say that I didn't go out to see Atiku Abubakar. He went through the process. He was pulled out at CGN just before, I think before the elections and the case, and all of that went through then. And we all saw that episode. The first time Walter Onoge came out to speak about that, he said it was because of that purported fake news of him going to do a meeting in Dubai. That was why he was removed at CJN. And that's what I'm going to say. Please, let's just calm things down. Yes. I think one thing is certain. Our lords have a right to look at the case. What we can do is just, keep on speaking and saying our judiciary should do the needful. And why are people saying that? It's because of the hitherto, antecedents of many judgments by the judiciary that people have challenged and looked at and said, oh, what is going on here? I mean, we talked about the Ahmed Lawan case, we talked about the Akpabio case, and many cases here. We still keep talking about the Imo State case, where Fort became first and all of that, and the moniker of the Supreme Court governor and the likes. So we just call on those, the political actors to keep calm as regards this. The APC has reported and said, it's not true. Let us keep calm. Let us just calm things, because
I keep telling us, we have a nation to build, which is more important. After the court case, after justice has been done, after cases have been won and lost in court, one thing bites all of us, which is the fact that we all have a Nigerian passport, and that's the reason why we are commenting actively in our country. And afterwards, we all have to come back and sit more and talk about the development of the country, which we never talk about. Politicians never talk about it enough. It's always about their own selfish interest. People are talking about GTP4 and ChatGPT and how they are innovating and how China is forming TikTok, America is pushing back. What major technological advancement have we given to the world as we speak today?
Yes.
How many Nigerian brands are doing very well apart from our entertainers, you know, in the world? So those are the things we should be looking at here, and that's the development. So this will come and go. We should cool things down.
Absolutely. It's great that the APC has denied that report. I mean, but you know, you can't blame Nigerians for thinking the way that they're thinking at this point when everyone is hitting up the polity.
Yes. I was just going to say, just to marry the stories together, because they're related in terms of how they hit up the polity, and for politicians on all sides, not just the APC, not just the Labour Party, not just the PDP, all sides, including, as Dr. mentioned, all actors, to be careful as to the statements, propaganda, words that are being used, because at the end of the day, every one of us will be held responsible if anything goes out of hand. It's very important. Things are still quite sensitive at the moment. We've been talking about the importance of coming together and ensuring that we don't set the country on fire because of certain ambitions, but it's important. And I'm glad the APC came out to debunk the story. But beyond that, is that, you know, Oji, because of what we've gone through in the last maybe 8 years or even beyond, the people want to hear their president speak to them. So what we've been hearing a lot is spokespersons, surrogates making statements. Let us see the president-elect talk to the Nigerian people.
Yes.
Let him, you know, sometimes the best way to debunk a story is by proof. It's very simple.
Absolutely.
You know, come out and I hope that going forward, we wouldn't be listening or hearing from spokespersons, representatives, rather than the person himself. We've moved away from that. Nigerians elected you. You owe a responsibility to be accountable to the Nigerian people.
And so we have heard Dr. Abatti say some of these things, and likewise his counterpart in arisenews talking about the lady in charge, and also Rufai. It's quite unfortunate that we can see these things that are not good and we claim as if they are all okay. There are things that are not okay, but I'm very happy that Dr. Abatti and his colleagues have done justice to that. Having said, I want to thank all of us for always coming to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Please share my video. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share so that we can move the media permanent site. Okay? So I come away next time till you see me on your screen, guys. I leave all of us in peace.